Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button and keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. Alright folks, here we are just before market close on Monday, August 21st. We're going to take a look at DNA Ginko Bioworks today. So Ginko Bioworks has broken the channel that we had put in the last video. And just to give you a sense of what we're going to do in this video, we're going to put in some additional levels since it broke the channel and is down below the levels that we previously had charted. And then we'll take a look at the think or swim setup and see what that has to say to us as well. So we're down here now, well below this 184 level. I know it's just a few pennies, but percentage-wise, it's a pretty big change. Now, if we go, the good news is we have previous price action in this realm back over here. We have all this really significant floor that held quite strongly through several dips, right around 160. I guess closer to 161, 160.9, if you will. And that's right about where it's trying to push off today. Dipped below there yesterday, but recovers quickly today. You see it caught itself several times there when it was in the channel, which we'll get rid of at the moment because it's not in there anymore, so why keep it? And so that's the one that stands out to me most clearly. Now, if we look below there, and then we'll put some ranges in the middle as well. But this one, 156, seems pretty solid as well. You see several candle bodies. Even though the wicks were dipping above or below, the bodies respected that level. The candle wick here, before it started to enter that range, put in a lot of price action there as well. So let's see where we have a bunch of support and resistance repeating itself within this range, right around here, 166.2, so right about where we are at the moment. And then let me see if there's another one here. Yeah, probably this one here makes sense. And then we should put some levels in above. So about 165, then 166. So not just to be putting in penny levels, but those are actual important levels. We'll zoom in on the 10-minute in a moment, and it'll kind of make more sense how these levels kind of take shape. So just hold tight while I add some additional levels here. This one looks pretty good. Okay, so if we zoom into the 10-minute today, and we take a look at where we are now, like I said, we're closing out the day. So this 161 level that we put in, you know, that's where it was battling this morning, built off of there, and then immediately started hitting resistance that like 165 level. You see right here at close, it's kind of dipping, trying to push through this 166.2 level as it's pushing down from that 168 level that we had put in. So those to me seem like the right levels. Now we'll see if in the coming days this 169 continues to play a role or not. You see it sort of double topped and stretched to 170 there, but very quickly pushed off of it. So that 169 to me might be the more important level, but you know, we'll see. But those are the levels that it needs to kind of continue to push through if it's going to build on any of these, you know, green candles that we see the last couple of days. Now, if it can't, you know, as you can see here, the levels that I have below, 165 basically, and then 161, and then, you know, maybe a fall zone there to 161 and then to 156, but we'll see if anything sort of emerges, if it takes some time in the in-between stages of that price action. Now flipping over here to think or swim, we see this 180 to 200 EMA cloud coming in. Let me just double check. I feel like I always forget if it's an EMA or an MA cloud. Yeah, EMA cloud. Okay, coming in. Oh, ding ding, folks. And it had passed through there several days ago, but is now sort of well below that range. So interested to see if it's going to come up and test that as potential resistance again. But it's sitting pretty low in the channel right now. It's dipped below the lower bound of the channel and now is sort of re-entering. So the question is, can it come back and press the midline, which is about right now about 190? But that will change as the days put in additional price action. Now we do see this continuing to increase bearish momentum, although the RSI is sort of rising. So you have these kind of competing factors where the RSI is slightly rising, pretty low still, just above 38, while the bearish momentum is continuing to pick up on the TTM squeeze indicator, but nothing triggering yet. Triggered way back here, and then you had that big move, and now another big move. So big move up, big move down after that previous trigger. So interested to see if it puts in another trigger. You know, it's sitting pretty low on the channel, so it may have room, but we'll have to see. As I'm sure you know, it can certainly fall through the bottom bound of the channel and put in additional bearish action. And you know, if that were to happen, that's when I'd start to look at these, say 161 levels, 165 levels, and 156 levels. Terrible order that I just put those in, but so it goes. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at the moment. Can it push off of this bottom bound of the channel and make a run, at least to that midline, and then sort of see what it does around that 190-ish range? You see if it comes up around the 190-ish range here, we have this we have this gap here, right? Sitting about 194-ish is about mid-range of the gap, 195 maybe. And so that could be an interesting sort of target range for it to come back into to see if it wants to fill this gap on the daily chart when it had this big, 13% down day that was preceded by a little over 3% down day. All right, folks, I hope your trading week is off to a good start and that you are feeling good about DNA, whichever way you're playing it, up or down. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.